Hello, 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 gorgeous unicorns. How you guys are doing today? I hope you're doing a lot better than I am. Because today, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a rough day. And this day today, the way I've experienced it so far, has been a long time coming. And everything that I've been learning, hearing, and connecting with and conversations I've been having with people, and it feels like the whole entire world has gone to shit. Pardon my French. But it does, and feels like that, and it actually looks like that. And in all honesty, from everyone that I have conversations with, that's exactly what they're experiencing. So when I said brace yourselves, I actually mean brace yourselves, because I'm not going to go into the details of everything that is going on, because it is a little bit different for each and every one of us. For some, it's a lot different. But a lot of people are going through really hard times. Many different ways, many different reasons. And this cat is really annoying me. He's trying to chew the little tag of my notebook, and his breath stinks. So he's gonna be going down because he keeps pushing everything, and I am in no mood today. You ever have one of those days? Why do I ask? I know you do. We all do. We're all human beings, and the feelings and emotions that we have, as crappy as they may feel, or as crappy as they may make us feel, they are truly a gift. And sometimes it is hard to accept it, because we don't want to feel good, don't we? Like, we all want to feel good every single day, all day long, and not have any kind of feelings that make us feel bad, even in the slightest tiny bit. But without that, how can one evolve? How can one become better than they were the day before? We can't. To my knowledge, to my understanding, we can't. We need to feel bad if we want to put the labels on things and feelings and emotions. We have bad feelings and we have good feelings. We have good emotions and we have bad emotions. But in all reality, none of them are good or bad. We just label them as that to kind of differentiate them and put them in the pros and cons lists, as opposed to, this is the feeling and the emotion. What is it really telling me? Why am I feeling this way? And working through it and understand what the hell is going on, because this is my day to day, what I've gone through. And I'm all about the unicorn life, as I like to refer to it, and which really means being who I am 100% of the time, actually 111% of the time, and not faking it, and not lying, and not saying that I am a perfect being when I am far from perfect. But then again, I'm so close to perfect because perfection doesn't exist. So I have my own definition of what perfect is. And to me, perfect is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Yes, I'm perfect. That's it. It's as simple as that. What is your definition of perfection? Do you believe you're perfect? That one is a yes or no question. But your definition of perfection, of the perfect you, what perfection means to you, that should be at least a sentence. And I really, really, really want to hear what that is. Because a lot of people watch, but they don't say anything. And I'm going to call you out and say, put that down below. If you have watched this video, if you watched this part, put it down below. Engage with me. Engage with people that are in this group. Stop hiding, because the real you would have something to say. The real you would not be hiding behind the screen and pretending like, oh, they're not going to know that I'm watching. I don't need to say anything. That's not the real you. The real you wants to say something. So what does the real you want to say? Whatever it is, put it down below. There is no right or wrong. Really. So my day, and like I said, it's been building up in me for a while, and it starts with BHAGs, this word that I got exposed to a while back, and then I got reminded of the last weekend, the training that I went to. And what is BHAGs? When you are building a business or building a life or anything you're doing in your life, whatever it is, BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goals. And those big, hairy, audacious goals are what is going to help you to keep going, to keep grinding, to keep working and chipping away at that rock that you're trying to mold and shape into the business, into the perfect you, into self-mastery, mastering yourself, into the perfect dog, into your perfect child, into whatever it is that you're trying to build and create out of that rock that you have been given. Because this is the question that I had been asking every single day, and not necessarily waiting for the answer because the days are really busy and filled for me. I found myself today feeling very heavy in my heart, and my heart was physically hurting. And I decided I'm going to take the time to figure out why. Because my body is telling me something. I'm feeling something. Those feelings and emotions, remember that when I started saying that they're gifts? So what is this gift that's trying to unwrap itself? And because I haven't taken the time to work through it, I waited until I was ready to uncover this gift. I know what helps me to unwrap the gift, which means I know what helps me to bring awareness to those feelings and emotions that are inside of me. Our body is an incredible system. It's a universe on its own that when something is off balance within our universe, we feel pain. We feel emotion, right? I'm sure you would agree. Some people carry that pain physically every single day. I know many people. I was one of those people that carried pain. My shoulders were hurting all the time. My neck was hurting all the time. My upper back was hurting all the time. Or my lower back would hurt. Different parts of my body were hurting. And only once I started paying attention to what my body was telling me, what the universe was telling me, what it was telling me was wrong, like an ecosystem. Once I became aware of the pain and where it was coming from and what was causing, only then I was able to work through it. But I wasn't able to work through it until I accepted it and understood it. And then you get to uncover what choices you have. And when it comes to what do you do now? It's like this for me, I'll give you an example of where my neck and my shoulder pain coming from. People pleasing. This was one of my biggest challenges that I had faced when it comes to living life. I was all about making everyone else in my life happy in every way possible, and I had completely forgot about myself. I forgot who I was because that didn't matter anymore. I became all about my children, my husband, the friends, the family, the strangers I was meeting, the conversations I was having. My whole entire life became about everyone and about everything else. And I was carrying it quite literally on my shoulders. And when we put heavy stuff on our shoulders, the neck hurts, which causes headaches. To me, it was migraines. And I no longer have any of that. Right now, today, I do because of everything I've gone through. And I'm not going to go into detail of what I became aware of what's happening. But I do feel like I am carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders in what I am doing and what I am creating and what I'm putting out there for people. And what I want to, my big, hairy, audacious goal, to sum it up. And it comes down to, I want to end the pain and suffering for people and the planet in this world. And it's big and hairy. It's like, why hairy? Because hair gets everywhere, and sometimes it's really difficult to even control because it's all over the place. That's how I understand it. And it feels seemingly impossible to help people or to end the pain and suffering in this world, of the planet, and of people. But I realized many times over, and I've said it to myself, I've said it to my coaches many times before, and to people, but I don't think I've ever actually done a live video on this. I work with mompreneurs. Okay, I coach mompreneurs, and I coach actually women who don't even have children, but they're all about personal growth and personal development, and they want to, essentially it comes down to the individual wanting to master themselves, want to become the best version of themselves, or wanted to master a certain part of their life. If you guys are familiar with Wheel of Life, there's a few different things on that Wheel of Life that each and every one of us has. And for some people, it's one part of life that they want to become the master of, whether it's personal, whether it's business, whether it's whatever it is, right? And in saying that, the reason why my focus is on moms or women who will become moms is because our children are our future. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they are the ones that are going to be running this world. They're going to be the ones caring for this world, for everyone and everything that is part of this planet we call Earth. And in order for them to be their best self, in order for them to embrace who they are and live in their own light and own who they are all the time, the unicorn, right? That's my definition of the unicorn. I mean, if you want to know the bigger definition of the unicorn or all of that it means, you can check out my website. Took me quite some time to put my feelings and emotions into words, into human language, but I did it. Yay for me. Tap myself on the back. And helping out, the feelings and emotions sometimes are, that's how I operate. I feel the world. I feel what's going on in the world, and it can feel like a lot, but it comes down to sustainability. How do all of us live a sustainable life on our own without depending on anyone or anything? Right now, a lot of us have learned or are learning on how we can live that sustainable life and not rely on going to stores to buy stuff. But thinking of the children, how does a child live a sustainable life? What does it mean for a child, for a human being to live a sustainable life? It simply means this. To me, this is what it means. Maybe it means something else to you, so let me know what that means to you. Sustainable life for a child means that, or for a human being, is when the child stops looking for external validation. When a child stops looking for external acknowledgement, for external acceptance, when a child is able to have that readily available any time and the whole time within themselves, that starts at a very young age. A child is fully, somebody's calling me. A child is pretty much fully developed when it comes to their mind by the age of 7. Some experts say 8. So we can stay with 8, give you a year there. But spending time on our children is going to make sure that they live a great life, that the world is a better place when we leave it than when we moved in here, than when we were born into this world. That to me is what, why do they don't get it. That is what sustainable life means to me. That one is able to use the energy from within and find the motivation, inspiration, the power, the ability to do and achieve and have anything they want from within without waiting for approval from anyone else. And I, as an adult, am still learning that. But I, as a mother, am teaching my children how to find that power within, how to find that sustainability from within without seeking external validation, external approval for what they're doing. And I do my best. And even me do my best, I still have my children asking me, is this okay what I'm wearing? Because I don't want people to judge me and laugh at me at what I'm wearing. And it's like, it can be challenging, it can be difficult because I'm raising my child a certain way, but most people out there are raising it in the way that they believe is right. And that works, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this opportunity to now take my child through a coaching session, essentially. Yeah, I coach my children. And that just means that I don't tell them what to do for the most part, because as a parent, you still need to tell them. But in situations like that, I help her to come up with her own ways of how to work through it, how to deal with it. So anyways, I'm going to quickly glance at my notes because this is something that I just had to really work through and uncover, and this is why I am here doing this video for you guys. And I have a feeling there's going to be some people that will relate and some people that will not relate, and that's absolutely fine. But I would imagine there's a lot more people that will find parts of what I said, or maybe the whole entire thing of what I shared, relatable one way or another. Stop giving advice and ask for permission. That's a huge one. I don't even know where to begin with this one. Maybe that I'll do a separate video on this, because this is a huge topic and a huge problem and an opportunity I see in the world right now, where everybody's so quick to jump and give solutions to your problem without giving you an opportunity to figure that out on your own. Because believe me, you have the answers to your problem. And the reason why you're not listening to anyone that is telling you what to do, how to fix your problem, because first of all, you might not be aware that it's a problem, because it might not be a problem, but because somebody else is giving you solutions already before you even acknowledge that this is a problem, all of a sudden it becomes a problem. So anyways, I'm not going to go into that one because, like I said, that is a whole other topic. Oh, and I guess this might be a perfect time. So on Friday, you'll see a post I'll be doing later, whether you see the post first or you see this video and you listen to this part. But on Fridays, I'm going to be doing, so every Friday, I plan on going live in this group at 1:30. And it's going to be basically Q&A. You have a question, you can come on live and ask, whether you type it in the comments and I can answer that, whether you want to come on live and we can have a conversation. If you feel like this might also be an opportunity for you. If you want to experience live video and coaching at the same time, you can come on and we can have a quick coaching session, and you can have taste of coaching firsthand. I mean, honestly, it open door, open floor, open door, however you want to call it. Pretty much anything and everything goes, as long as it's not extremely upsetting to anyone. So if you want to clarify that, politics, I don't do politics. Never have, and I don't think I ever will. Not that I said that, I know. I might. But no, it's a whole different ball game. It boils people's bloods, and I am not the type of person that enjoys my blood being boiled, and I really do not enjoy boiling other people's bloods because it takes years away of life. So let's not do that. But so yeah, Fridays, I have a lot of questions that have been asked over the years of me, and also in the coaching session. So I have a lot of questions that I can answer for you, but I would love to give you the opportunity to ask those questions. You can send me a message with that question. You can reply to the post that's going to be coming out, and you can join me live on Friday at 1:30 to have your answer being your question being answered, or perhaps you can ask your question right then and there. I think that's it. I'm not gonna make this video any longer than it needs to be. Most of you know I can go on for a while talking, because there's always a lot that can be said and even more that shouldn't be said, but I say it anyways. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's how I am. And I couldn't call myself a unicorn if I conformed. Don't like that word. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Honestly, let me know your thoughts. Whatever thought comes to mind right now, put it down below, and watch the entire video. Like I said in the beginning, if you're watching, I guarantee you have something to say. So if you're not saying it out loud, you're saying it on the inside to yourself, and it might not be serving you. Holding on to stuff, release it. Really. I'll do a whole different video on releasing what's not working, because that will entail quite a bit as well. And yeah, anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you for today. Look forward to hearing from you, and until then, bye, and thanks for watching.